What is going on, CBB Nation? It is Freestyle Friday, and we're going to have some fun. And I'm so pumped to have one of the OGs, one of the originals, one of the people that truthfully believed in CBB Nation before we were a big nation at all, before we were, we might not even have the name. Isn't that right? We're going to hear from one of the very first people to understand the power and the struggle and the winning that comes with, along with this special partner package, the agency package, the big daddy. This guy kind of helped invent the whole thing, and I'm so pumped that he's had the success he's had, and I'm so pumped for those of you that don't know, Mr. Lysander. This guy's going to teach you some things. He schooled me the first time I met him, and I'm going to have to bring him onto the stage right now. What is going on, Mr. Lysander?
Hey, what's up, Ryan? Shoot.
Legend himself.
I appreciate it, man. Appreciate
How's it going, dude? I'm so glad to have you. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. Since I saw CBB and when you started the podcast, I was like, one day that's going to be me, man, but I got to work my way up. So it's like kind of like, damn, I'm finally here,
I'll tell you, man, I'll be honest. I'm not one to be intimidated too much. That doesn't happen all the time. I'm not going to say it doesn't happen, but I'll tell you the first time that I jumped on a call with you and you had your headgear on, I'll tell you what I said. Who is this dude teaching me all the things? And then I figured out you're out in Texas. One of my best friends lives out there. Shout out Lacey. And man, I was like, who is this guy? I thought you were going to go like be an astronaut somewhere. And I'm so glad that you decided to at least a little bit dabble in way back then in the early days of the wild west of AI. You dabbled in AI and ended up slaying it. But I love just for you to take some time and tell the people who don't know you, who are you, where are you from, and how'd you end up here, man?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, appreciate being on the show here. So my name is Lysander. I'm out here in Fort Worth, Texas. I'm the owner and founder or CEO and founder of Bot Fanatics, which is like an AI consulting company. Getting into CBB was definitely trials and tribulations, let me tell you. Just a full background, my full-time job is medical sales, more so like in the health tech space. So I'm always going around to private practices, selling doctors. At the time, it was MarTech. Medical marketing websites, and I got really good at SEO. It was all these different specialties I'm going after. And I had a doctor, plastic surgeon, brand new to the game here in the city. And she was like, you know what, Lysander, I'm curious, what would you do differently here? It seems like you're the go-to guy. And that's something that I feel like I did really good here in Texas, is learn as many skills as possible to make sure that I'm the go-to guy, right? So, essentially I helped her with her conversation. At the time, it was ManyChat, for all y'all remembering, keyword trigger automations. And I was seeing that she was getting a lot of comments, a lot of DMs. And I said, you know what, there has to be a better way. And I started dabbling with ManyChat. Then I figured out there's an API integration you can have with ChatGPT. And so then I kind of piecemeal things together to try to basically make kind of like a very like MVP of CBB, I guess, as you will, but it was a pain. And then I tried different platforms like, Make and VoiceFlow, all these different things. And it just got expensive. And all I was trying to do was just help a friend out, And then one day, I go ahead and I went on Upwork. I found a really smart dude, and he helped me out with the ManyChat. And it just so happened that I actually started seeing a video on CBB. And I was like, what is this? And I checked it out. And, here we are today because it just made sense,
Man, I feel like more and more I'm becoming an AI myself. The way I think, the way my brain operates, I think I'm thinking in tokens myself at this point. But guys, Lysander is a legend with us, and he hit on so many things in what he just said. I just want to almost break everything down. And
I realized I was going on a tangent there. I was like,
no. It was absolutely perfect. But like, I don't know if I'll even be able to break down all of the gold nuggets that you just dropped, but I heard everything. And it's the things that I try, also, a lot of them at least, I try to preach to you guys because it's the things that work. The last thing that you said was a big one, and it was video. That's what I want to come back to, which is, again, You know the value of video content, which is why you're here, which is great. But you also said you were just helping a friend out. You were a problem solver. You wanted to help a friend solve problems, and you were looking for different tools to do that. And when was this happening? Was it around 2022, 2023, or was it
Yeah,
earlier or
towards
previous?
yeah, I say 2022. Yeah, I've been with you for like shoot 2 years now.
Yeah,
Wow,
you're an OG with us for sure. But so, and I remember like
two
right
two years.
around the time you
Yeah,
linked with that guy, and I want to point out that is his network. One of the best catchphrases. I love alliteration and I love catchphrases in marketing. Shout out McNasty, one of the best marketing people in CBB, with all his little sayings. But your network is your net worth, or switch them around, whatever, one and the same. This is a big deal. And in his network, guys, there was a high net worth individual, which that is going to slide over to him if that is what the goal is. They say, surround yourself with who you want to be like. You want to surround yourself by being the smaller person in the room and having many people to say, oh, I want to be like this person or do things like this person. And when your network is high, when your network is full of people with high net worth, I think that just increases your odds tremendously. Would you agree?
oh
And
yeah,
how did you acquire this person in your network, if you don't mind me asking?
yeah, definitely. I kind of want to give like the whole long story because I know there's
Yeah,
some
break
people
it
here
down, baby.
thinking
Break it. This is your
they're like,
time, baby. Break
yeah,
it down.
they're thinking, oh, he's a medical sales, so that's how he's getting all this. But I'll just tell you guys
That
kind
means, AKA, he's rich.
of. No, no. So I don't have the rich guy laugh yet. So no, we're not
Not
there. But
wait, give it another year.
so basically, just to let you guys know, like by no means do I come from a certain background. Like I used to be special ed in high school, barely passed high school, didn't go to college. Right out of high school, I joined the military, and it turned out I had a pretty high technical aptitude. So I got into EOD, so bomb squad in the Army. I did that for 4 years. Then when I got out, my buddy was doing door to door sales with like cable. And at the time, it was like, well, this is available to me. I might as well make some money while I'm waiting for my background check for like Homeland to go through because I was originally wanted to do a CBP. And I got into door to door, 80, 90 doors a day, just grinding out there in the streets, sleeping in my car, commission only. I got sold the Kool-Aid from Monday to Saturday. I'm just out there knocking on doors. And then I realized, like, what the hell am I doing? And then I got into background acting a little bit. So if you've seen some shows like Lincoln Lawyer or SWAT and stuff like that, you might see me in the background, drinking something or run away. I don't know. It's just it was a way for me to make some money, right? And then I realized, like, you know what? I realized like a different person came out because when I was in high school, I was super antisocial. There's no
I
way in
cannot
hell.
see that,
There's
man.
no way in hell Lysander today is gonna. I mean, Lysander back then is gonna be on a podcast,
I
or
was just I was just gonna ask you. This is like I've never asked this question before,
yeah,
but I'm gonna ask it. I feel like at this point we've talked so much, and we've really just communicated so much in the past 2 years. I feel like we're like family, at least in my eyes. Do you think that? And I don't know how far you want to go back. I think of this a lot of times in my life. I don't know. I'm just weird maybe like that. But maybe it's not weird. Do you think that the younger you would look at this moment right now and be like, wow, I'm awesome in the future. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
medical sales. By the way, thank you for your service. I would have to say thank you for that. Appreciate it. And but medical sales to AI, come on, dude. You're like the Tom Cruise, man, of like the real world of the what's that, Top Gun, or not Top Gun? What is it? What is it? Top Gun? Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, I guess
that's
so.
like you, dude. That's like the real life. That is him, guys, ladies and gentlemen.
It took a lot of
Don't
time
blush. It's okay, man. It's okay.
it took a lot of time to get here. I mean, I really truly I think it was the military that did it all. It really changed my character, right? But I think the thing that's really important to learn, and as I'm learning more about the AI, like you were talking about, network is your net worth. Like, how did I go about it? Like, you need
Mm-hmm.
to put yourself in uncomfortable situations for me to
Yes.
like totally pretty much change my character. There'll be times where I'll just randomly, when I'm getting out of school, or when I'm getting out of an appointment or whatever, if there's someone nearby or whatever, I'm just talking to them. I don't know who they are. I don't care. I'm just talking to them. I was putting myself out in situations. And then I got into B2B sales. I was selling to property managers, HOAs, things like that. And I actually got medical sales. And this is the craziest thing. No one does this, but everybody's just shooting out their resumes left and right. What I did is they told me, look, you have no medical sales background. You have no software sales background. Like, why should we hire you? And what I did is I went to an embroidery store and I basically embroidered a shirt to say Patient Pop as if I had the job already. And I did the job. And so then during the interview, they're like, oh, you don't have this experience. I'm like, well, here's this number. Call this doctor. And they're like, well, shit, no one's ever done this before. If you get to Texas in 2 weeks, the job is yours. And so taking that mindset of just getting it done, right? I think that's putting people like me apart, because you see people in AI today, they make amazing different type of AI creations, but they're not putting themselves out there, and that's the thing. Extroverted AI creators, I think, are gonna first be the first wave of who's gonna make it right now in this gold mine. And then as people understand what AI is, that's when the introverts are gonna get their lick in, I guess, But I think you really have to put yourself out there, because people are still so new to AI,
I think that we are like beyond the early pioneers of being early to the industry at the right time where you can be tremendously successful. Although it's not the easiest, even with someone with your experience, it's not the easiest journey necessarily. And there's lots of, in the Wild West of any scenario, of any time period, of any era, I think there's so many different directions and routes you can go, even though there's a general direction. Okay, you've got AI. Well, then it's like, how do you do it? What are the next steps? There's so many different things you can do. I think that one of the biggest takeaways so far, I think people need to understand, is from day one, you weren't here to solve a problem. You knew how to solve the problem, then you were thinking of the next step. And now you're in a chess mindset of, not a checkers mindset, but a chess is like, okay, well, I'm solving these problems now. Other people will eventually hit this plateau where I've hit currently at whatever point you want to call it. So beyond that, what's next? What's the next level of separation? And I think you nailed it. And it's, how do you differentiate the AI expert who on this Facebook post is recommended, right? That's going to be a thing that we're going to see currently. I'll bet you if you're active in Facebook groups, especially, this is a big thing, and maybe it's my age group, I don't know, but I'm in a lot of Facebook groups and I see a lot of different things, local especially. And business owners will say, oh, I need a website guy. I need a social media company. I've not once yet, I'm in a slow area myself in South Carolina, I'll admit it, but I've not seen someone in one of these groups ask in any sort of serious or non-serious manner for the AI expert or the automation genius or AI agency. That's not been a thing that I've seen asked yet, but I can tell you, I've been selling these solutions before that was a term. And it's because I think I took your approach. I'm solving problems. And I looked at all my clients as my friends. That was something that I've always done. So I think you just come at it from such a natural place.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think as far as like next steps go, I think what's important to note is that it's reversed on what people think, the people that are buying AI. Like I at first I was going after the young people, going after AI, thinking like, oh shoot, they're trying to stay with it, they don't want to be left behind, kind of thing. But what I found out was that the younger, like let's say for example, doctors, when I was going after, right, they were not the ones actually wanting to try AI, because they were thinking, oh, everybody and their mom's doing Go High Level, or they're doing this. They were putting me in a group because they understood what GPT wrappers were. They understood some of the lingo already, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas when I went after the older group, like you were talking about Facebook groups, like those business owners are over there and they're just getting FOMO, thinking that they're actually missing out, right? They don't understand that there's a different type of mindset with the younger. They're not really all in AI yet, but the older crowd is like, wait a minute, I think they are, and I don't want to be left behind, right? And then another thing is making sure you're making a tangible item. So I got my first few clients by going to AI events where people are paying $200, $300 a ticket, right? And there will be this guy that's a PhD, and he's going up on stage and he's just showing 4 or 5 slides that says this is what ChatGPT is. But he doesn't have an actual product. He's just talking about the world of AI and what's going to do it. And so here people are in line trying to ask him, like, how do I do this in my business? And what I did is I had a product and I just went in line and was like, hey, you're trying to talk to them about this. I already have it. Here it is. Right. And I
So
think
good.
AI right now, because it's so new, people don't want to be like educated on it. They know it's something they need to be a part of, but they think that if you have a conversation about it, it's too technical. Whereas if you just show them a product right there and then, it's way more visual, right?
There, you said it right there. Like, okay, and I'm not going to name any names, but there are many people in CBB Nation that need to hear what he just said. Okay, and this is something that, matter of fact, last year we might even do this as we go on. If I get egged on enough, if we get enough people that want it, we got 20 million people watching right now. Don't get nervous. But we might just make an app or a website while we're chatting, have an agent do that sort of thing for us. But I want to get to that. I just was at my university on Monday, and I did a quick talk there at an event, and I haven't been there in many many years. And I was very curious at how many people have used ChatGPT. And granted, I thought about it a little bit later in a different kind of angle. It was a university setting, so I would assume it would be higher. But in a packed little, it wasn't a little, it was a packed auditorium. It was around probably 80 to 90% of people raised their hand that they had used ChatGPT at this point. I can tell you, if you take any of those people outside of the people in the dorms, maybe anyone in a residential area, and you were to take them and knock on their neighbors' doors, 10 neighbor doors, I'm telling you, 20% maximum are going to say that yes, they use ChatGPT every day, like those university students have. Last year, I think it would probably have been around 60%. Okay, and so I think the jump has been exponential recently, and they just don't know what they don't know. And to your point, I showed the most basic things, like 5 different things you can do with AI. As a student and as a HR person, business owner, they were also there. And just like you said, they were absolutely mind boggled and had just a little line lined up after I was done trying to ask all of the things. And some of the things were super easy. They were ready to like throw money at me. Do you do consulting? Do you do this for businesses yourself? And I'm like, no, we do software. I don't do anything local like that, blah, blah, blah. But they were just ready to, like, the smarter people. And they were all, I won't say older, but I would say 50 plus. These are the business owners that have money. Okay, guys, these people are the ones that have the money. And the smartest ones are at these events, and they do seek out stuff like that. So they'll go to the speaker, whoever that is, even if it's a strange guy like myself, and they'll ask the things because they want to get ahead. That's why they've been in business for 20 years. I mean, at the end of the day, ask yourself this, guys, and I'm going to give it back to you, Lysander. Do you want to do some business with people? I mean, everyone's got money. Money's green. I get it. Do you want to risk your time building something out or working with someone short term or long term that's brand new or been successful for 15 years? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's just a different level. And a lot of times the ones that have they paid their dues in the business world, these are the ones you want. And these are some of the easier clients to deal with, and they don't give you a hard time about money, which I don't know. Speak on that. What are your different tricks you can tell us about the different clients you've worked with? Because you have worked in
Yeah.
different industries. You have a huge knowledge of all the different things. Just break it down, maybe.
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, first of all, I think it's really important to learn a lot of skills. Like, I didn't just come off and be like, okay, I'm only learning AI. First of all, YouTube University, that's how I learned a lot about this stuff. And then just paying people on Upwork so you can learn much things faster, or watching a lot of videos on YouTube, right? But the point is, I had to learn a lot of skills. So at first I learned SEO and then automation. And so when I was talking to people, it wasn't just coming off of, oh, hey, I got an AI this. It was like, hey, I want to consult you on this. I noticed that your Instagram's getting a lot of comments, but no one's responding. Like, how does that work? Do you guys hire VAs? Do you have, do you do it yourself? And then from there, understanding what their needs were, right? So AI was just another portion that I can bring in. The way that I started pricing people was, at first I actually came in and I said, look, I'm a young entrepreneur and I'm bootstrapping something that I'm building that I think could help your business. I like to use you as a guinea pig for 30 days, see if you like it, and we can truly build something. Like I was not afraid to tell them straight up, like, look, I'm building something. And I think that's another thing too, that like, don't be afraid to have like guinea pigs. I know you want the money now, right there and then, but you have to start building your credibility, right? And I started building my
100%.
credibility, and my whole business has just been growing literally just from word of mouth. I've got niches from, medical to auto body parts to water filtration, to epoxy garages. Literally, you just need to learn how to like be okay to take that client in as a guinea pig first to understand that niche, right? But I started charging them first, based off of what I saw online on the competitors, right? First, I started with like 200, and then I was like, okay, 300. But then when I finally had like a product, right, an MVP to now a product, now it's like a set price, right? It was like around $500 to $800 a month with like 1 to 2,000 upfront, right? But it took me time to figure out that price. Every time I got a yes, I raised that price. And then if I was going to raise that price, I need to understand, first of all, is there more value than this other competitor that's charging lower, right? Do I have the right to charge more? So for example, when I was going after people that use Podium or Bird, they're charging like 250, 300. Why should I charge 500, right? And that's understanding the value you're bringing, not just the product. Like, what else can you bring? Are you just going to set this up and go, or are you going to consult me and show me how I now can feed the bot with more leads or something, right?
You nailed it, man. You just helped me wrap back around to what you started with. I totally am on board with you. And CBB Nation, listen to me. I think this is for you specifically, guys. Look at this dude as an example. I believe this, and I see it with the clients I've worked with in the years, in the past. You've got to decide how much of your time and how much of your DNA and your brand you want to allow these clients to have. You can go about it on a subscription level where it's very transactional, or you can go about it where I think the way you go about it, because I'm 100% sure there's going to be people that say, "Oh my gosh, did he say $500 a month? Did he say that's so much?" As a builder or as someone that wants to be an AI agency owner, and you're looking at this probably at this point like I'm ready to go higher, whenever you want to. I think that man, you really look at this at exactly the right level. Are you bringing the value? You're caring about the results, and it's an extension of yourself to that company. So they look at it like this is the business owner. Is the tool that I'm paying for, or is it the person or people or agency that brings value to me, that's an extension of my business? Are they bringing value, more value than what I'm paying, whatever that is, whether it's leads, direct sales? And I think anyone that is attached to you is going to feel like, okay, great, I'm paying whatever I'm paying a month, but I feel like I'm getting $5,000 worth of value because Lysander just an awesome dude. B, I can depend on him. See whatever he sold me, I trust that whatever he says it's going to do, it's going to do. I can totally see that. That's how I always played it as well, and I never have regretted feeling like that ever. You know what I'm saying? I do regret a little bit not charging more sooner, but you are so right, and you have to have that case study. And so sometimes you make a sacrifice, and sometimes it takes a little bit longer to get the right case study to make you move forward. But you've had some really good luck there, it seems like.
Yeah, and then just building a lot of, partner relations, right? So I was also going after marketing companies, and I was like, hey, how about you're able to offer this to your clients as well? So I was just using all the network that I built from my sales, in medical, and then just when I'm out in the field, every time I'm out, literally every time I'm out, you know, if I'm going to a nice cocktail bar, I'm looking at what watch they wear, what shoes. I go up to them, and, hey, my name is Lysander, and they're like, what, who? And I'm like, oh yeah, I want to talk to you because I saw this nice watch. Like, don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Go where the money is. I was selling people that had $20, $30 bots where it's just web chat bots. But the thing is, if you're going after people that have a high net worth, damn well they have more than $20 and they can spend more. The problem is they just need to see that value, right? So I think that's the problem there is people try to put it in this bucket like, oh, the web chat, these companies charging $20, $30, maybe I got to charge there. Like, no, you got to show yourself apart. So like right now I'm bespoke. So I now meet with the clients and I'm like, this is what we can do, but this is what I was thinking about doing. So before I go into the business, I already have a plan created up that I go on ChatGPT or I go on Whimsical and I create a plan and I show them like, this is what I was looking at doing for your business. I've been watching you for a while now. Like, can we sit down? And then from there, have them be your guinea pig, but sell yourself first, as an expert.
I love that, dude. And I think that by putting yourself out there, and this goes back to again what you originally said in your initial intro there, which is so perfect. There's like 6 or 7 points you just made that were so great. I can't wait to get back and listen to it myself. The video content. So here's what I want you guys to think about. And this is also for you, Lysander, because I know you've done a little bit. I think maybe you've tiptoed into it, but you haven't.
Like 3 videos maybe I can show you that I've done working on now.
Awesome. Well, see, like, here's what happens, okay? And like, I feel like I'm like deja vu a little bit. You know, I'm like a little bit older than you. I'm not gonna lie, a little bit older than you. So I remember the days of it being super early for me a long time ago, before even ChatGPT. But what'll happen is, man, it's gonna snowball so fast as soon as you get the video content out there. Even if you're expecting more views than you end up getting initially, which is the case for 99.9% of everyone. Like, there is the 0.01% that like goes viral every single time. I don't know how they do it. That's not the case for almost everyone. But what I will say is, every single time you put yourself out there, and the more consistently that you do, it picks up a little bit of steam very even early on, man. It comes on so fast that you'll find yourself not having time to do those same videos that you planned to do to keep promoting yourself forward. And it's because you're going to be making more money, and you're going to be having less time because you're going here and meeting this person. You're building that network. But I'm telling you, Lysander, and everyone else, to myself every day, I'm also in this mindset. Every single day that I don't have a video out there, that is a day I regret. It's true. You know, like, you must make the time. Otherwise, here's what happens. There's 22 million people right now watching, plus you and I. If we don't have the proof, the digital DNA out there that says we've done this, then if there's one customer out there to pick from the 22 million of us, and no one has any content out there, how are they're gonna choose? They're not gonna go try a bunch of different bots or check your different website layouts. You know what I'm saying? This is a big deal. So how do you separate yourself? If out of the 22 million people that are applying for the thing, if only one has a gangster video out there or a YouTube channel, only one does, who is gonna have more trust? That person, because you can see him. You know what I'm saying? And so here's what I'm telling you, dude. As soon as I just feel it. I feel like it'll be video number 6. The moment you do, look at him smiling, y'all. I'm telling you.
I gotta make more videos, man.
I'm telling you. I'm thinking it's video number 6. It's gonna be, that's the one that hits, and boom, and it's like, here, I just got 16 calls, you know, or whatever it may be for you and your business watching, or you live here. It's gonna be like, there it is. There's the catalyst. What do you think about that?
No, definitely. I'm actually like super stoked. Just recently, I'll show it today for sure. Basically, what started as just a simple responding bot for plastic surgeons has now turned into I think it's a pretty sweet product, right? And I think that just goes to me just like meeting people and being open to meeting people, like even within the Discord, you know, like going into the Discord, talking to random people, looking at YouTube, finding those super smart individuals that, they're great builders and things like that, but maybe they're just missing out on the sales piece. Maybe they don't have that piece. And so finding that partner where you guys can both combine your skill set. So it's not just like going out there, putting yourself out there, finding clients, but also who else could help you like on this journey, right? And I'm happy to see that I found the people that I needed in my network, and now we're on the point where we're ready to take it off and start making a lot of videos. So I'm super stoked to start making more videos.
The videos, I'm telling you, they're key. I'm telling you the truth, folks. Every single day that I don't have something out there, or any of us on CBB as a brand, any day we don't have something out there is a day that we have missed. This is a fail. I'm gonna tell you right now. This is the truth, and it's hard. I get it. It's hard, and you don't want to put out trash. That's something that I'm very thoughtful on. A lot of the reason that I do the lives, bless you, brother, bless you. A lot of the reason I do the lives is because, again, I don't want to be someone else could have had that slot. Some other brand could have bot press, bot mess, whatever, or voice flow, whatever. They could take that spot, but they're not. They're snoozing, and that's why they're losing in the long run. Is what I believe. You got to put in the effort, and people see that. When you don't know who you're dealing with, and you don't see the difference between A or B, it doesn't matter. But whenever you know A or you know B, that dude's trying or she's actually giving some effort. I mean, at least for me, I'm considering that person. You know what I'm saying? Let me ask you this, Lysander.
Yeah.
What do you think the biggest challenge was? Because you went from learning what you could do in different platforms like MiniChat and whatever other Meg, Zapier, all the things. After you settled to go with us and you decided to get the big boy plan, you were one of the very first people to get that plan. What do you think your initial struggle? You didn't struggle very long, to be honest with you. But what do you think you initially struggled with? I know that was a commitment. You're like, oh man, do I do it? And
Yeah.
what do you think? Because I remember some late nights, brother. You were calling me, having some questions here, and I'm
I
like,
was like, shoot, what
I
have
was
I
like,
done, man? Why am I
I was
paying
like,
this much?
this dude right here knows everyone. He's gonna like be the king of Dallas, What? But I mean, it's not all roses. I'm gonna
No,
keep it real, right?
no, yeah. I mean, even right now, there's some problems. I think the first thing that was a problem was patience.
Mm-hmm.
First I was doing the $50 plan and stuff, and technically I could have done that, but the problem is I wanted to brand myself. I wanted to be able for people to see like it says Bot Fanatics. I want people to know that this is bespoke. Like these are the guys that did it, and I think I basically did what I did with medical sales. I never been to Texas, don't know anybody there, but I put everything in my car and moved to Texas in 2 weeks so I can get a job in
Golly, that's
medical
so
sales. I
big.
just did a full send, right? When I
That's
was in the
so
military
cool.
defusing bombs, you got a full send. You can't just wait around, right?
That's right, bomb tech guy.
So the same thing I think applies to this. I went all in, so I have to make it work. There's no plan B type of deal,
I
right?
think I was. I think I would never tell any of our anyone's conversations ever without explicit permission. But I do think I could say this. I think I never encourage anyone to do one thing or the other. But what I do say to everyone is, no matter what you do, you're gonna do as well as you allow yourself to do. And so, if you allow yourself to have a very small part time side hustle where you're making a couple hundred, maybe a couple $1,000s extra a month, with very minimal effort, very minimal risk, that's Gucci, man. But if you want to make big money, if you want to make $20,000 plus a month as a one person company, you're not going to be able to do that, at least any way that I know have how to do it, unless you're going to go all in. And that is one reason that we have structured the plan in that way, because eventually at some point it's going to just, for people that are really growing anyways, it'll save you money anyways at some point instantly. You switch over and it'll save you money if you get to that point, whatever it is your price point is that you sell at, right? But it's the other side of the coin, you hit it so well, they're not buying the tool, man. No one knows or cares about that. But
Yeah,
that's one of the reasons we chose such a generic name to be. It's no ego there. We're all one. You should be your own brand,
yeah,
whatever. If it's you as an individual, which I think there's going to be more and more big AI companies that are very small, 1 to 2 to 3 people shops, making $10 to $100,000 a month, and it's not that's not these fake numbers. I used to think, by the way, that so many, and there are a bunch of fake people on the internet that claim to do this and that, and like fake cars and jets and stuff. I get that, but let me tell you, I've now seen it, and it's not a fluke. Many years in a row at this point, big money from all sides of the table in this game, and it's very possible to make as much as you want to make. And you can't say the same thing in all industries. Now, medical sales, hey, you're in the right network, brother. I think that's a big thing to do with. I think your charisma and character is a huge reason for your success, and the reason you say you jump right in. That's so big. How do you force yourself to do that? There are some people, and I've
yeah.
begged them to get on camera. How do
I'll
you
let
make
I'll let
yourself?
you know straight out. Like I still got a full time. You know what I mean? This was a part time, just made a little money on the side,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just helping a friend out. And then from there, she told her friend, and then that friend told a friend, and now next thing you know, I got 8 clients, and I'm like, well, shit, you know.
Exactly. I'm
I'm at a
telling you,
point now
exactly.
where it's like I have a full time. I literally just started 2 weeks ago. You know, I'm a go to market specialist for this AI company that does medical scribing and stuff. And now I'm like, well, dude, my side hustle is like growing, and now we just like made something game changing that I'm ready to scale. But I think the hardest things in the beginning were realizing that I had something, because it was just a side hustle just to help a friend. And now it's like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, we have something. And it wasn't just like believing in the side hustle as being a thing, but it was also trying to find either the right partner. Because when I first started, I was learning CBB by myself, and there's points where I actually made these bots that I sold to this day that are still going, that I made myself. But I think,
You're a gangster builder. You always downplay
yeah,
that. You're a gangster builder, dog. Just because you figured it out
yeah.
really fast and
But
then you wanted
but
to move on.
but what I wanted to say was, like, I think what's important is, like, for example, you see on CBB are just people out there, they're just sales, right? They're just looking for builders. But the problem is it's so tough, I think, to work with someone if you don't understand your product yourself, right? Like, I think
100%.
I've been able to expand more because I'm not just saying, hey, I want the bot to do this. I'm able to bake like an MVP of it. It's good, but it's not as good as it can be with the right person that can like revamp it, right? So really
Mm-hmm.
understanding my own product before I'm having someone else try to get in and upgrade it, right? So I think one was understanding that my side hustle was actually something that I could sell as a product. It wasn't just a one fluke thing. Two, learning the product inside and out, so then I can go ahead and find that right partner. And then three was trials and tribulations. Is there riches and niches, or can we broaden this since it could work for any
Mm-hmm.
business, CBB, right? So far, I just broaden it and I just say, this is bespoke. This is what we've done so far, and we'll make a custom solution for you. So
You know
I
what
think
I hear? You
understanding,
nailed something so good.
yeah,
I want to throw this in there for you specifically. It's like we're talking on the phone right now and everyone's just watching. It's okay.
yeah,
This is what I would tell you on the phone. Um, I think you should always be open. And here's how you're able to get around that. I've not done that specifically, but probably could. This technology is so new, hence why you have all this massive investment just being blindly dumped into whatever section people can throw money into.
hmm,
It's so new that we don't know what we can and can't do in general, but with what you need, absolutely we can look at this. You know what I'm saying? It's something
yeah.
along those
Just
lines.
saying
The
yes to everything.
technology, the technology is so new, no one can tell you that you can or can't do something. Like, I'm so careful. I try to be careful at least. When someone is asking a question in Discord or Facebook, can you do this or can you do that? You probably could. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, you could probably force it to do anything you wanted to do if you work at it long enough. But like, is there a best way to do something? That's where I really try. Or why? What is the real goal? There's so many different ways to achieve the success in AI. I think you found a really good sweet spot in the areas that you know, but being open to new things, I think, will be a key to everyone's success, including our own as our company, as in CBB. That's why we pay attention to everything. What's going to be the thing that's going to allow you guys to make the next, level?
Yeah. And just, I think it's just saying yes, just going after anybody. And I think we're in a
Just
day and
saying
age
yes. That's a good
we're
one.
in a day and age where that's why when people say they don't have side hustles, I'm like, dude, we live where we have Grok, we have ChatGPT, we have Claude, we have Gemini. Literally just ask it any freaking question you want. I want to start a side hustle. This is how much I have. What can I do with the skills that I have? Here's my resume. Like, literally give it all the details you can. And that's also another reason how I was able to find like automations and learn other skills, because ChatGPT is literally, I use that every day. And now I'm using like Grok because it has deep research, right? But
I
it's
love
so
to hear that.
tough
By the way,
nowadays. Yeah,
just
it's
the
so tough
just a
now.
different model. I love
Yeah,
it.
I
Let,
think
let,
personally, it's tough nowadays not to like have a side hustle, not to be able to figure something out. That's why I say yes to everything. Because if I can't figure it out now, I'm gonna figure it out with Grok 3 or freaking Gemini. And you can just make it happen. It's so hard to say no to people now. It's so easy to make it happen.
I don't know how it happened, but I think that is why I love everyone, including you in CBB Nation. We get along so well because what you just said, you don't know how someone can't not have this or have not have that. You're a hustler, dude. And the people that are with us, thousands of people, luckily, um, they're hustlers. They're the ones that are going to get it. But I can promise you, go knock on 10 doors in your own neighborhood. Not everybody's hustling around you, baby. Not everyone is doing it. We're siloed, okay? And not everyone knows. You might think you don't know enough about AI, and I'm talking to all of you. You know more about everything related to AI than anyone in your neighborhood. This is a fact, okay? So like, we're so far ahead. When people are looking at you and when they watch your videos as you put them out, especially video number 6, that's the one I'm telling you. When they see you, they see a different person than you see as yourself. You might not see yourself as the what is it, Stephen Hawking of AI, but the person watching, the 21-year-old or the 61-year-old, they're looking at you like you're Albert Einstein, dude. They're like, oh my God, this, because you know, you need to tell you why that's the case. It's the way I looked at you. The very first time we had a meeting, like I was saying, you had they're like, psh, I think you told me because I was nosy and asked for like $350 headset with the thing on, dude. He's got them. The old G, look, was it? I don't know. I did. Yeah, does it have the thing on it? Yes.
Yeah. I was like,
bro.
hey man, what's up?
And his camera just zoomed in like he's got a cameraman back there.
But I still got the OG hat though.
And he's got the OG hat. Man, I love it, dude. Yeah. That's your camera just zoomed in. That was kind of cool. He's got a cameraman back
Microsoft
there.
Surface 11. You know what I mean? Great laptop.
You're selling me already. You see, you're just. Some people just have it, man. Some people just have it, and you got the charisma, you got the motivation, and now you have the AI. I think that you could truly be unstoppable and do anything that you want to do. I think you're going to have to be like our friend Noelle here and come out with a book next, by the way. This is your next thing. I got her. I bought 2 copies of her book. She was the last guest that we had. I think that's on my list as well, but I think you should totally do that and do it sooner than later. Get a book out there, bro. That way, you're Gangster AI Agency's podcast guest all the time. Have your own videos out there. I think by episode 6, that's when you drop it. You'll do like a episode about your upcoming book. You better do an OTN messenger notification campaign to subscribe to make sure you get updates on the book release. You like that?
Yeah.
His mind is already going. He's like,
thinking. I was like, shoot, I got to work on the videos and all that. Yeah, I mean, I finally got the site up, right? So I was working on that.
Speaking of the site, that's what I think you want. We got a little bit more time. Let's go. We'll go till 10:30 and let's cut it, okay? But I want to just show. I want to show some things
here. What we built here.
Why don't we do some things? I might show my screen just because Kim dropped the fire emojis here. I think we're gonna have to do it. So let's see what we can do. I'm gonna start sharing here. Share my screen on our Freestyle Friday. We should do a little freestyle song too. Okay, so we're gonna use Claude, and we're gonna use our friend Lovable here. And I do love us some Lovable.
I like Lovable and Izzard.
Yeah. I haven't tried that one yet. Let's not use GitHub. Let's do, I think I could use my Gmail here. And so we're gonna be an AI agency. We'll see if we can't be we'll see if we can't create an AI agency in, I don't know, 10 minutes and like get something out there. And so what are we going to think of a name? It's not a Freestyle Friday without a QR code experience. That's right. So that's what we'll do. We'll say, what are we going to call it, Lysander? What should we call our agency? Be an AI agency here. See how fast we can do it.
Let's see. Oh, what can I think of? Oh, I'm brain farting right now. Shit.
Put you on the spot. You know what we'll do?
I don't know. Let's do Moonspace Agency. I don't know.
Moonspace? I like it.
Oh, Moonspace? Okay.
No, what did you call it?
No, Moonspace sounds better than Medspace. Go Moonspace.
Moonspace. Okay, cool. Watch this. All right, man. Listen, we need a project request for our developers for a new website that's super awesome for an AI agency called Moonspace Agency. And it should be very professional. Sort of like if Cyberpunk and Salesforce had a baby. And we want to offer AI and automation services. And the website has to be super awesome and stand out. We don't want any of your code just to explain what it should look like. To be world class, buddy. And the buddy at the end is what makes it a good prompt.
Yeah,
Just
it's
so
not gonna
you're
turn on
aware,
these
it will
kind of
not work without buddy at the end.
yeah.
Moon Space Agency. So I've made many. I mean, I've probably made 200 or 300 websites in my career in different ways for myself and for
Oh, I
clients. But
used to
I've
audit them, man. I used to say, "Oh, your SEO company is screwing you over."
yeah, no, that was one of my favorite tools was the little SEO auditor. But guys, this is lovable for those of you that don't know, that haven't seen. And this is we're making Moon Cyber Agency AI agency. This thing is gonna quote unquote develop us a little website. And so let's now. You know what I can't do? I can't do my ChatGPT draw. I can't log into ChatGPT on this computer, but I can do AI Studio. I think we can do some image generation here. So let's see if we can't get a
Oh, I like the AI Studio. Yeah.
logo. Let's say generate a super epic square ratio logo for Moon Cyber Agency, which is an AI and automation agency.
I'm curious. So you like the image generation with Google compared to the ChatGPT's new model? Oh, it's much faster. That's for sure. Wow.
I mean, obviously, I think that the new ChatGPT is the best for sure.
Yeah,
But
this
this like what
fast.
this will I could for some reason like I can't log into my stupid ChatGPT account. Like look what
Man,
it
they were
does.
like, man, you using
It
too
like it
much.
says select. Oh, look at this, Sam Altman. Look at this, bro. Can't do Nathan. Can't
Dang.
click nothing.
Okay.
And y'all taking my 200 every month. More than that. All right, but we got that. So this dude's still cooking. All right, cool. So we're making our deal here. We'll add our website once this pops up. Let's say
Yeah.
oops. Let's say okay, make a cover photo now for our Facebook page that will go along with our logo. So already, like, I just want to explain. So we've got like 8 minutes left before we got to be done making all of our assets. No,
Yeah.
it needs to be a horizontal image, full screen, end to end. Like just to open up Photoshop, man, it's going to take some time for me
No, I got you.
to end. You know, like, so this is going to be so fast, but we'll have the website done, we'll have the Facebook page done, the bot done, all the things done, and then just a couple minutes. This thing's
Yeah.
almost finished here. It's okay. So this is spinning up now. It'll be done in just another second or two, I think. Let's see. I'm going to copy this. I don't think I have to keep this open the whole time. I hope I don't. It should be, I think it should be cooking. Let's say, we'll just grab this one too. Boop.
Okay, you're gonna cook something up. Okay, I see.
So this is what is cooking right here. AI powered stuff. Look at all the files it's created. This is just so crazy.
Personally, I've been using Dora.
I've not
It's
heard of
pretty
that
cool.
one.
Yeah, or Reloom. Reloom's cool. It creates a wireframe. For
Reloom,
websites.
I like Reloom a lot.
Yeah.
I've followed the. That's a dude. I believe he's out in the UK.
Yeah.
I think that's a one man shop, dude. I love the small companies. This started out at least as a very very small company, 1 or 2 people, and I think they sold it. And now there's more now, but like the original Lovable that came out, I believe it was just one dude.
Yeah.
I could be mistaken on that, but it's making all the files, which I just love to see that, and I love to read fast. So this is like up my lane, just doing all its thing, and we'll go ahead and I don't think we can. Can we grab the domain yet? Share? Not yet. We got to publish it first. Oh, wait, here we go. Maybe this is it. Copy the link. Address. I think I found it. That might be the link there. I can just pop it. Cool. Found it like a boss would. Bam. So we can make our Facebook page while that's cooking over there. Here's our profile photo.
Let me make an agency right there too.
Boom, boom. Cover photo. So like I'll tell you this, I can't, just along with websites, man, I can't even tell you how many demo Facebook pages I've made. Let's make the cover photo, let's say remove the logo from the cover photo and just have it be the abstract AI sci-fi city artwork in that same ratio. All right, so let's see. Is our thing ready yet? Edited 10 files. Saving changes. So this guy's almost done. How long did that take? Does it tell us? 20.
Yeah.
So this is 5 minutes it took. Exactly. 5 minutes, guys. Here's our result. Error.
Uh,
but this is what happens.
it
Look,
always happens when you try to show something to somebody. You're like, look at this, and then it just doesn't want to work.
it's okay because guess what? They got agents on top of agents, son. So we got an agent to try to fix it. They got a button. Literally, I've never seen a button like that before. The button literally says "try to fix it." It's amazing. So we're gonna see if we got our gangster thing here. Perfection.
Definitely.
That already saved us some money on the edit there. Let's go back and fix this guy.
And hopefully we got some time. I just want to show you really quick, basically what we built.
Bring it on, baby. Yeah, for sure. We got our page here. We can see if we can't get a lead. We got 4 minutes before I said my time was up. Let's see if we got this thing done. See if they fixed it. Come on, lovable. We're trying to love you here. You should let me love you, lovable. I could get in trouble.
And this is the cool thing about AI. There's so many companies out there. Like I like GPTE.ai, and it have like thousands upon thousands of AI tools. You just find so many, and wow, that's really nice.
Look at that, son.
Wow.
Look at that's my homie Alex Morgan, gangster dog.
Can I put this into Figma so I can put it into Webflow, or?
I don't know what you can do with all this. Actually, I just think it's amazing that they just bust it out for you like this.
They just busted it out.
That's awesome. Yeah, man. So here we go. We're gonna keep it on moving. We'll say next. All right, Gucci. So we're all up in there. Now let's do our chatbot busy. So we have 3 minutes left. So here's what we'll do. We'll pop in chatbot here. We'll sign up. And our deal here, AI agency is what I called it. So let's go here.
You're knocking it out right
AI agency. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So here's what we'll do. We'll get our flows. I've got flows. Get the link for web chat. And we'll be like, man, that was super epic. Now what we need is a matching floating button on the bottom right hand corner that is animated floating up and down in a subtle loop with something like a React bot icon.
Dang, I gotta see this. This is cool.
That just begs to be clicked. And when someone does click it, we want a chat window to open up in a super slick animation with our web chat embedded in an iframe inside. Bam. So let's see if this one works. Bet you it will.
Oh man, if it does, that's so cool.
Oh, you already know, baby. You already know. You already know. There's the man right there. What's going on, homie? All right, so I've got my agent working. What I think is going to be really great, guys, and this will be fun eventually when it gets a little bit better, maybe this year, the technology like Operator. Are you familiar with this? Operator. We could use Operator, which is an agent from OpenAI, to give tasks to go do things. Have you seen this yet?
Let me see.
We could have Operator, which is an agent, work on our lovable agent. Right? That'll be fun when we can really depend on that. Look at this, dude. Here it comes. Ready? 3. Oh, where'd it go? Where's my thing? There it is. I see it right there. I'm going to make sure that it's floating correctly in view the whole time. So watch. This is the new way to edit, guys.
Okay.
Here's your bot right there. But I'm going to be like, we see that it is static in the bottom right-hand corner. Just say corner. Instead of it being static, it should be persistently visible. in the bottom right hand of the viewable screen, viewport. Dummy. Y'all, even my wife now is getting nervous about how I'm like talking trash to the AI now. She's like, you shouldn't say that. So now when my wife says that, I'm getting a little worried myself. All right, so we should see the thing pop up here now, if my prompt is any good. Let's see if it works. It's writing. All right, so it's added it. It's going to refresh it. I think, maybe. Let's hit refresh. Let's see if it's, nope. I'm going to try it one more time, see if it can't get me.
Okay, you got it.
We still don't see it currently. It's way towards the bottom footer versus in our immediate viewing area. Another thing you guys can do if you're in this situation is you can get the AI to tell you how to make your words better. I'm going to try it one more time without getting any AI help. My human brain, what's left of it, we'll see if it'll make it work. And I think more and more of these programs will allow you to start clicking stuff and editing stuff. That's my guess. So it's thinking here. It's thinking. There's going to be some psychology done to us, boy. Thinking. I've updated the button. The Z index has been increased. Okay, it's just still not there. I'm going to refresh it one more time just to make sure. Try one more time because we can't see it unless we scroll all the way down. You stupid idiot.
What happened to the buddy? Changed up on us. So you don't like lovable, huh?
Idiot.
Okay.
I don't love you anymore. This is getting ready to unplug me as I get frustrated. This will be my last shot. I apologize for the. Yeah, you better apologize.
Okay.
Live, stupid.
Watch it just like expand it in front of your face.
I've removed all the redundant fixed classes from your button. This should ensure. All right, you're done. Let's try it. What do we have a mobile view? Let's look here. It shows all the way down there. I mean, it does. Oh, I bet you that's what it's doing. Is it popping up on the correct way? No. Fail. Try one more time. Rebuild the whole thing from scratch related to the web chat pop-up. All right. There's my for real last chance. It's done. It's worked every time. If you've seen me do it before, the comments tell them. You only have to say the busy ones. While scrolling, super fire. Yeah, Charles likes that one. I like it too. I'll rebuild the chat button component from scratch. Yeah, you better. Just got to do it, man.
Let's see.
It's not doing it. Nope. Nope, nothing pops up when we click it, and it's way down there outside of our persistently visible viewport. Try one last time before I cry publicly. I'm just going to guilt it now. Just guilt it a little bit. And then that might work. You either got to be really mean to it. Maybe you try encouraging as a last resort. Be encouraging and helpful. Great job, AI. I've tried all the things. Writing to the chat button. I don't like how I can't scroll more to see it. The chat button has been fixed. I don't think it's doing anything anymore. Let's see preview. Let's see. I mean, I will say the site looks good.
Yeah, it's a great site. If anything,
but I can't scroll anymore.
Cody made for the chatbot, right? And just put that like on an HTML editor and work on that or something. You know,
I'm sure that they give you a way to do something at this point. I don't know how they. Okay, we're not going to mess with it ourselves. Well, I'm going to just say I'll try one more thing. All right, this time delete that bubble because it was stupid and make a better one that's more traditional. And ensure that the chat window opens up when I click it. And inside that window should be this link, which is my web chat. And I want you to put it in an iframe. It says I. This always messes it up too. This will be my last shot here.
Yeah.
Iframe. And I gave it the thing. So we'll see if it gets it. Meanwhile, We did get some graphic design done. We got a Facebook page ready. We were about to have a website ready. So like the whole point here is there's really no more excuses to not have something, confidence enough to like say,
Yeah.
hey, I can do stuff. You know what I'm saying? Go out and
Just
get it.
like just starting it. If you don't have any funds, there's so many free tools out there, you know. And with the trial you get with CBB, you have more than enough time to go ahead and get your client until you're ready,
See now, okay, there we go. Now I see the thing there, but we don't see any window. And this is going to be a thing. I'll explain this to you. I'm going to try one more shot. So we click it, and then we see the overlay up here, but there's no container that you should have created that appears right above the button that's clicked. And we need that container so that we can have our iframe visible. So we can open and close it clearly. And this time, do not use the dark overlay when we click. Just open the window with our iframe. See how I'm like redundant there, but like I feel like you have to be at this point. And here's what I want to say for all of you guys that have tried this and that will try this. I believe this is the way that we're going to do a lot of things in the future, like starting now, okay? Like building websites and applications and all the things. I believe that call me a conspiracy person, whatever. I believe that there's going to be a mixture of the providers, or the vendors of the LLM, and the providers of the software that you're using that comprise your success rate and how much time you have to spend on this kind of stuff and how much money you spend and how much time you spend and how much of that is actually wasted. Because I just gave it some very clear instructions. There's no dark overlay. I have a strong suspicion that that's a lie. I want to be like on those old reality shows. And the results are, bam, got them finally. Enough
Okay.
pressure. So I still see it's the position is static. And so I'm going to say the position of the button is static. And instead it should be relative and always in view. This is your last chance to get it correct. Although I will say you've done an extraordinary job of finally giving me a window that opens up. But now, fully redeem yourself by allowing the chat button that's floating along with the window to always be in view. And do not fail me. Just put that pressure on them. Put the pressure on them. So we'll publish this either way because, custom domains. We'll publish this as soon as this is done so that CBB Nation can see what this website looks like, and I will throw it in a QR code, and we're going to get a grade on it. I'll show people how to do a 5-star deal. So it says it's done. I don't believe them. Yeah. Don't think it worked. It says it has, but I don't think it has. This is what it's changed. Okay, so
and this would help me realize that, like, at first anybody could do AI. There's no need to make a business. It's so easy to copy, but then it's like no, you need to learn more skills and just like chatbots and stuff. Really understand kind of how it is so you can be the go-to person for anything, right? So even now just
you can be.
A lot of people wouldn't know how to do. This is really cool.
Man, you can do anything. What I think a lot of people should do, and I've said it. All right, you live out in Texas, right?
Yeah.
Let's think of let's do this. Dallas. You said plastic surgery. Plastic surgery. That's the first one that came up. I'll see what's here. This site's designed to do something. I don't want to do this one. Let's just do best. I would put that in there. The best one. You got the sirens out there? Is that my area? Good gracious.
No, that's me, man. Over next to a hospital.
Oh, yeah, there you go. I was like, oh, no, they're coming to get me. Oh, this is who we want to work with right here. What's up, lady?
Shoot, I might have
How you doing? I'm getting to get you a client right now, buddy. You'll be busy for sure. Let's go here and go here. Let's do this. Make a whole nother little thing. I'll show y'all how to do this. I want y'all. The first person that tells me they're making 10 grand a month doing this, I'll be so pumped for you. It'll be so possible. We need to make another epic website that is going to be appealing to our target market of women making $200,000 a year or more in the Dallas, Texas area interested in plastic surgery. Here are some details to include. And remember, this is going to be geared toward very wealthy, well-to-do, mostly women in the Dallas area. So make the website design accordingly. So probably the worst prompt I've ever done. But what I'll do here, they don't have much text there, do they? Let's try our handy dandy knowledge base builder, our gangster knowledge base builder. See what we can get out of this bad boy, if anything here. All right, so how many links do they got? 500 links. Boy, they got some content. Here's a clue. Here's a clue for you guys. Anytime you put a website in our knowledge base builder, they have more than 500 pages. They're investing time and money in their online digital stuff. That's something I can tell you for sure. This is a lot of websites. This is mostly blogs, it looks like. And galleries. Lots of galleries I see. Let's do Dr. Walker. Let's do this one and this one.
I actually think I'm going to go after that. That's pretty good. I wonder what
this is a huge client, bro. Yeah. For sure.
Right now, I got three plastic surgeons in the Dallas area.
Let's see how fast we get. Look how fast we get that content, son. Good. All the content. So let's go add this to the final. Let's add this to the final. All right, so here's our final. Let's go ahead. Where's my man Charles Mack at? Enhance that. Oh, it's too large. It's okay. We just need really probably one. I just want to use, we'll use this one. We'll enhance that here. Enhance that. So it's going to enhance our meet Dr. Rachel here. We'll add that into the prompty. The prompty prompt so you can't stop. And we got the examples here because y'all were not including enough examples. If you didn't know, now you know. So let's go ahead and add that to the prompt. Here's some questions and examples here. You can generate more if you want to by just clicking generate more. This will increase the examples here. So if you have a section of your prompt that you need to like really get right, generate a bunch more examples like this. If you didn't know, now you know. All right, so here's our final prompt here, and I'll maybe add in those examples. So copy. Now I've got the knowledge base like I wanted. And I'll say here, boom. Now that it has all the information here that I wanted to provide at least, we're going to make another little site. And what we can do here is we'll go, let's click here, copy this. And let's see if we can't use this in a in our simulator. Let's see what we can do. So we'll go to our manage web chats and we'll make a new one. We'll call this plastic surgery. Plastic surgery, cause we'll just save this guy. And then we'll go to our marketing tools. We've made a web chat, so now we want to test it in the bot simulator. I have the website link for these folks here. And so I've dropped out there. I'm going to choose the bot, hit get link. Here's their site. Let's see if we can run it up. Gang, gang. We're the spa gang, right? All of the things, boy, having all the fun.
Super cool.
So now we should come back here just in case they want to have a new website. They could do that. Let's go ahead and grab our prompt again. Copy this. And so, I mean, this is what I'm showing you guys. I would charge $1,000 for minimum, and I'd do 10 of these in a day. Boy, I'd do 10 of them. I'd sell probably 5 if I was pushing super duper hard. Let's go to OpenAI, drop it like it's hot in the prompt spot. So we got the whole bot here. We don't need this part though. Let's grab this part And here. Boom. Dr. Rachel Welker. That's who we are. Continue. And so I'll also change the name of the thing. So I'm not AI agency anymore. I am that plastic surgery. Continue. Is our website done yet? Let's see how far it's gotten. I love seeing the thing just build things out for me, man. I'm telling you, Lysander, you could find 10 plastic surgeries or dentist office, plumbers, whatever, $1,000 to $2,000 if you're on the cheapest of the cheap end, to give them one of these websites. In the conversation, this is also something that you said in the very beginning, which is kind of why I wanted to end this here. The conversation isn't, hey, I can do this thing, you should get this thing, you want me to do some work and come back and I show you a thing and then we can go from there. That's not a fun conversation to have all the time, especially if you can have, hey, I made you a thing, you need to see this thing, I don't even have to explain it, look at it and it'll speak for itself.
Yeah.
That's what I always did with the Facebook comment tool. It spoke for itself. Your Facebook page can't do that. This demo I made in 5 minutes can. Look what you've been missing for 5 years. How many comments did you think you had in those 5 years that could have been in your email list now, buddy? You know, that's the thing that I'm always going to. So look, it's writing our FAQs, guys. It's so gangster. It's writing the FAQs. We already have a knowledge base built in here. This is the original site. I will say this video is dope. So we're not going to have I think the website that we'll probably generate is going to look better than this part. I don't know. This is kind of not good. What is this? This is their form. That's an ugly form. I won't, if I'm going to nitpick, this looks like it's a Webflow design that was made by maybe a not amazing Webflow designer. I don't know. I've never been on these kind of. If my wife came in right now, she'd be, "What are you looking at?" Plastic surgery.
Don't go to their
You know?
Instagram.
I probably should not do that. Is our thing ready yet? I'm gonna turn red. Man.
Yeah.
So this is coming. Footer's almost done. We're almost there, folks. Laser treatment, all the procedures. Golly. This is a place that that'll have a lot of money, man. I'll tell you this. I don't know much about all the things. What I do know is cost of video like this is not cheap, bro. It's not cheap. You know, video is going to get cheaper. But currently, I mean, just the lens of the camera that they're using to get a shot like that is going to be a macro lens.
I actually think I'm probably going to go to them this weekend.
If you don't, you're silly. Why wouldn't you? You know, and you could tell them you're talking about them on their podcast, and you already have a connection. You just made the connection happen. You know, I was invited to be on a podcast as an AI expert here, and here's a link, by the way, if you want to check it out. And we were talking about your spa. I thought about, hey, why don't we add them to my repertoire of awesome clients I deal with? You guys seem like you're the best. And let's say if our little AI agent can fix its own error. This is what's super impressive to me. Like the thing like caught that it has an error, and then it like tries to fix it with a fix it button. Is it gonna work? Let's see. It looks like we had an error. Try to fix it. Show in the logs. So what I'll do, I'm gonna copy this, and it's not giving me the button to try to fix it for some reason. Maybe it's like trying to fix it currently. Maybe that's what it's doing. So okay, now it stopped. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy this clue here, and now we can try to fix it. Actually, okay, cool. I'm just impatient. I just want to see what it's going to look like, man. We'll close it out. I thank you for your time. You can, if you wanted to still show us anything, obviously the floor will be yours. But I just want to see is this going to work, man? And we need to get you your next milli. That's the goal here this year. Get your next milli. Pages, components, app. I mean, to me, this is just so fun to watch. I can see you're getting an error with your. So it's just the CSS file. Okay, I can see that while you've defined your gold colors from 100 to 900, you're missing gold 50. This is needed for your hover background gold 50 class. And your button, secondary style. Cool. Sweet. Let's see what this looks like. Oh, boy. Lysander.
That's a pretty cool.
Lysander. That looks like their stuff, bro. Did it look at their website and find the colors? It had to have, bro. It had to have. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Look. Hold up. Dallas Beauty Refined. Come on, man. That's their colors, dude. They went to that's their colors, man. There's no way it's just totally black and yellow, dude. There's no way.
That's pretty cool. Did
That's
some research on
crazy,
that.
dude.
Hey, got
I
some
hope I
pictures
don't
from
get
them.
banned on YouTube for that one, y'all. Hide the babies. Just kidding. Man, look at that, dude. This is so gangster. It's so good. I mean, I would argue this is already, I mean, aside from the video, I mean, I'd argue this is kind of better. So let's do this. Let's hit publish. Oh, wait, let's throw a bot on there. Let's throw the bot on there. So let's grab, where's our deal here? Let's throw a welcome message. Let's see if it'll get it right the first time now. Copy. All right, say, wow, you've done an absolutely tremendous, epic job. What we need you to do, though, to finish this off, is to add a floating chat widget bubble that is relevant to this plastic surgery industry. And the goal is when we click it to immediately have a nice looking floating chat area window that appears above this button we clicked. And embedded in an iframe is our web chat, which is provided here. Please ensure that it fits well when the chat window is open. All right, so copy. Here's the trick I want to show y'all really quick, and then I'll pass it over to you, dude.
Yeah.
Here's old Claudia boy. Here's what I want to show. What I think you should do. You should say, take my word vomit and make it way more better so that an actual technical sound person can understand easily what I need. And just throw it all in there when your brain's just done. I don't want the code, you idiot. I don't want the code, you dummy. Just give me the natural language instructions to give a real developer. Not you, stupid Claude. I apologize. I hate when he apologizes. All right, so what I'm doing here, guys, is I told it what I wanted, natural language. And I'm going to take that and I'm going to say, all right, boom, here's what we need. And I got an AI of your choice to finesse it, as we say down south. Finesse it a little bit. This is for the chat button. I apologize for the confusion.
Yeah.
I apologize. The agent apologized. So now it's going to write a floating chat widget. We'll see if it can't get it the first time this time. We'll see. What do y'all think? Will it get it the first time? We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. And we'll see how many people we get from this 30 million. Love you guys, CBB Nation, for hanging out with us on this podcast. We'll get a QR code here in 1 second. And I want to show you guys how to track clicks on the QR code. So we'll give you a QR code. If you scan it, we'll be able to track your click and send you to the website, for example. I don't see it yet. Editing 4 files. How's it editing 4 files for this? I've added the thing. Okay, did it? Preview. I bet it threw it all the way down to the bottom again. I don't see anything. I think it lied to us. Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. There it is. Look. There it is, right in the middle. All right, so I'm going to tell it. I'm going to say, all right, that looks pretty good for an amateur, but you have the thing right in the middle of the screen instead of directly above the button that we click, so it looks stupid. Plus, you added the dark overlay, rendering our site unusable. This is going to make us look extremely selfish. You're going to need to fix that right now. I'm so bad. All right, so that's a cool little animation. Look at that. That's kind of cool.
I like it. It just takes with the screen. Yeah.
All right, so that is cooking. We have the website here. Let's hit publish. Publish. I understand your concern. You don't understand. So it'll give us a link here, I think. All right, cool. We have a link now. So I'll grab this. And then that should be finished here in a second. We'll grab a flow here. We'll call this YouTube live count website visitor. Whatever. All right, so what I'll do is I'm going to just click an action, and it's going to be a log custom event, and I'll say scanned QR code from YouTube. So this is going to count uniquely and total, and I'll just say we'll get them a GIF. We'll say thank you or thanks, and then I'll say tap below to check out the site we made with Lovable and Lysander. Lovable and Lysander. That's a fun. That should be your podcast, dog. Lovable and Lysander website. And open. Bam, bam. Thank you, ma'am. All Gucci, man. All right, so publish, and let's to do one last thing. I'm actually going to make this be a web chat specifically. Publish, and then we'll be rocking and rolling. And now you can test it and go marketing tools, QR code, generate. Don't hate generate. So that should allow you guys to scan the thing if you'd like. You don't have to. You can scan the thing. I'm going to try it myself, and then I'll pass it over to you, big dog, and we can get out of here. I'm going to scan this thing and just make sure I'm Gucci, man, myself. Bam. All right, so let's see. I should pop me over to web chat, and we should see on our analytics page here, we should see some things popping. So here I go. All right, thank you, and hit the website. Let's see how that thing looks good, man. You see that thing?
Scrolling and they don't accidentally show the boobies now. It's a plastic surgery website, so I gotta be careful.
Yeah, it's true. Hey, man, I like the way they got the dude. I love the way they have the. I love their little animation. It's like an action sheet on the phone.
Yeah.
On the phone, it slides up. That's sick. So I can check on my analytics here. 15 people just like that, son. And I can see. Oh, did I not have my thing set up yet? I might not have. I should refresh here. I might need to set that up differently here. Oh, you know what? That should be okay. Oh, this is what I need to do here. Welcome. I'm looking at the wrong deal. That's why. I'm looking at all the web chats. I have 2 different ones. I see.
Yeah.
So I click it here. Now I see I'm Gucci man. Cool. What you got, man? What you got? You want to share anything on your screen before we're out of here, dog?
Yeah, if anything, I just kind of want to show you a little piece of
Let me see
what
it.
we're selling here.
Let me see it, baby.
All right. So one of the things that I really like that CBB provides is integrations, right?
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of those integrations that we utilize Google Sheets. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead, and this is actually, just so you know, I got this client by pretty much seeing there was a problem. The problem is that most auto body parts stores, they run ads, and the ad said, hey, comment your make, model, and vehicle down below. And the problem is that no one's responding to that comment in time. No one's going to DM. You click send message. What happens? It says typically responds in hours or days, right? Mm-hmm. So I basically just walked in there. I already had the product built, MVP, and I said, look, man, I'm bootstrapping something, entrepreneur. I want to go ahead and sit down with you, show you what I built. And now this guy's like taking over like Texas, one of the bigger auto body parts stores here in Texas, and we just got him on recently. But let me show you kind of what.
Congratulations, by the way. I think I was one of the people you called that day.
Yeah, I was so stoked. I was like, dang, man, this is cool because now I'm getting introduced to more people, right? But essentially, this is a simple tool here. So I'm just going to go in here, or you can scan it and show it on your screen there, how you use it.
I want to try it.
Okay. Go ahead and just refresh it because I'm on the desktop. So we'll see if it works here, right? But essentially, people can come in and say something like, I have a 2013 Ford Bronco or something, right? Now, usually they're coming in straight from because of the comment, right? They're commenting what make and model of vehicle that they have, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I put this piece here to let people know, like, it's an AI, right? So we're going to go
I think
ahead.
you should do that. It's good.
Yeah. Well, what's going on here? Doesn't it? Wait. So mix. Oh, you know what? It's on desktop here. Something's going on. That's so weird.
You know what you're doing? You're going AI to AI, dude.
Oh, that's what it is. I have.
So you need to go to your. So let me tell y'all something. Don't do this. Don't do it. Don't egg us on. Don't egg the bot world on. But
I see now.
IG has had this bug where it only will work on Instagram.
Basically,
but you can have a bot-to-bot conversation. This is like the most annoying thing of all time, and it'll kill their servers eventually. But like this, there's why error rates and limits are there for this reason, folks.
What's happening is
they're pinging back and forth.
Yeah, I'm logged into another account that's using a bot, so they're talking to one another because they both have AI turned on. So I'm on the wrong one here. So actually, I'll just go ahead and just go back to it, and you could scan it and show how it works then.
Hey, Dimitri, by the way, dude, me too. That's why I keep coming back, because I'm telling you, you could sell 10 of these things in a month to 10 business owners for $1,000 to $3,000, depending on how many minutes you spend. It was 5 minutes, Dimitri. Dimitri makes all the money too out there. So.
Oh, sweet. I mean, like I said, one of the things I really like with CB is essentially the Google Sheets integration, because then I can say, hey, put all your top line products pretty much, in this sheet.
Yes.
And then next thing you know, the bot is trained on all the accessories and everything. So the way it would work now is, like I said, you can go ahead and scan it because I'm logged into this. But basically, the way it works is that you go ahead and you show the vehicle that you have, and then it walks you through down a quote. And just to let you know how they were doing it before, and this is why it's so cool to just go in discovery mode when you talk to these people, is he was like, yeah, we get the comments, we get the DMs. And what we do is we have a notepad opened up on another screen, and we copy paste the answers to common questions that we get. I was like, wait. So this guy's copy pasting the notes. Then he's going into a different website in order to copy paste that picture of the tire and put it into the chat. And the owner and the other worker is the ones doing it. They don't have extra people or anything doing that. And I was able to come in there and be like, dude, this can be all automated. You know what I mean? So coming into a business knowing that you have the solution to their problem, I think is key for sure. But
I'm in your bot right now, dude. What a dope brand, man.
Oh yeah, it's a super.
This is a big boy. Brand. This is a big boy Instagram. Listen, man, that's no joke. I'm following them. They got a personal follow from me for sure.
Oh
and they got some good videos, dude. Look, okay, dude. Listen, man, you need to really I'm always like
stop sharing,
giving ideas. I would with their video content, bro. I would totally gamify that in any way possible for them to have meaningful, fun interactions with the AI. Because here's something, like, as a marketing minded person, this is going to be something that isn't so sales directly necessarily, which I'm a big fan of, but the experiential side. If you were a super gangster in the last lab that I did, I had a marketing message deal, and I sent a secret message too. Actually, one was a secret video to all the people that joined the live and scanned the thing and got into their little secret society there. Not everybody got that, but it's a thing that was, hopefully it was cool. If anybody in the comments got that little video, you thought it was cool or you thought it was lame, let us know. That would be great. But I think that's going to be a time on brand metric that is going to be an important thing that we'll be able to see with chat.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, like when you have a video on Facebook, if it's a 3 minute long video, the time on brand is going to be a maximum of 3 minutes unless they repeat that thing, which is it's hard to make a video content that's repeatable. They want to watch it over and over. If you have one, you have a winner. So if you have
Yeah.
an image, how long is someone going to look at an image before they're weird? So your time on brain is less. When you're in a chat experience, now your time on brand and your immersion in that brand is exponentially greater, which ultimately leads to greater affinity and more sales at the end of the day. Is the whole like philosophy behind that. I believe that is going to be a huge thing. How
Yeah.
deep can you there's already the big move away from the old traditional media, legacy media like TV and stuff, right? Now everyone's got YouTube and their social media stuff. So it's moving beyond the big channels. They're going back down to the creator. And so to end where I think we kind of started, it's going to come down to who is doing what. And just because you can doesn't mean everybody else is. And just because you are doesn't mean everyone else will. Okay? You can tell everyone how to do the thing. That doesn't mean everyone's going to do it, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think you're the one that is, you're a prime example, Lysander, of a young man that's just absolutely crushing it at everything you do. You're not afraid of anything. We're honored to have you a part of CBB Nation, and I'm proud to call you my friend personally, man. And I'm going to take you up on that offer of coming to hang out whenever I do hit up that Texas area. We're going to have to kick it, man. But is there anything else that you'd like to say before we jet, bro? This has been an awesome
Yeah.
time, and thank you so much for the time, by
Yeah,
the way.
appreciate it. We got to the point now where we're expanding. So, UCBB guys that are great at sales as well. We're looking for more people to sell these great bots, and we have a great referral program. So if you want to link up, just hit me up on Discord. But yeah, no, I appreciate everything you're doing with CBB, man. It's helped me a lot go from side hustle to now I'm thinking, shoot, I got a company going here. So I appreciate everything you're doing, everybody in the community. So I appreciate having me today.
Man, we love you, man, and I just wanted to see you make it all the way to the top, dude. I told you there was a time where we were talking every day because you were learning all the things and you were pushing the limits, and I told you, I was like, man, you watch in another couple months. I love my predictions, right? And every time I'm wrong in a prediction, I want to be called out. I'll call myself out, but I called it. I was like, man, in another couple of months, dude, you're gonna be so busy doing this and that. I'm not
Yeah.
even gonna be able to like have a call with you anymore, dog. You're a big deal. And that was really the case, dude. Like there is a time where it was I don't know what that threshold was, but you hit and you were just like and you came up for air every now and then to have a random question or can we do this or can we integrate that? And man, you just really blown me away. I know your clients love you and they look forward to dealing with you just as long as we do. And that's indefinitely, baby. You're part of the crew forever. But
Yeah.
you got a lot of congratulations out there. You got another Dallas brother out there. Good presence in CBB Nation because of you guys.
Cool.
But thank you so much, Lysander. We'll see you later, brother.
Yeah. Have a good one.
Peace.
Okay, man. Thanks.
All right, guys. I really appreciate you hanging out here with Lysander and myself. He is one of the very first people that did understand the value of the thing that we've been trying to build. And he's an amazing example of what so many young and all age entrepreneurs can look forward to. I mean, this guy's absolutely crushing it. It reminds me so much of what I wanted to do when I was a younger cat myself coming out of college. He's just doing all the things. And right now, there's never been a time that's better to jump all in. It does not matter. So many of the things that in your mind are holding you back that are saying, I can't do that because of X, Y, and Z. Here's the number one thing I'd love you to take away. And this has nothing to do with myself or with CBB as a software. This is just from someone that is seeing it and doing it. I want to tell you this 100% truthfully and transparently. There's absolutely no reason you cannot do what you want to do. None. And he hit on it so well. If you have the motivation to go get it, you can go get it, man. My best advice is to shoot higher than whatever you think your highest goal or highest level of success you'd like to see, whatever that level is, think at least 2 levels up. Because if you actually want to try to get there, you're actually willing to put in the work, you will get there. And then when you're there, you're like, dang, should have shot higher. Believe me, that's the thing I don't want you to do. There's nothing that's holding you back. We built 2 websites here, 2 different bots. I was able to make 2 different things I could pitch and probably sell. Lysander could have sold them both because he's Mr. Smooth. But I could have sold at least one. I could do that 10 times in a month. I know I could sell up at least half of those for $2,000 all day and feel good about it because they're getting a $5,000, $6,000 looking custom website. That's what they're getting. And then they're getting that AI goodness that I'm going to have my monthly subscription. I'll make that $10,000 to $20,000 a month, man. That you guys should too. And I'm telling you, it's not rocket science, but it's not being outside digging ditches, as my granny would say. Ryan, you want to be smart. You don't want to be outside in the hot sun digging ditches. Granny, I'm telling you what, I listened to those words, and I'm glad I'm here with CBB Nation. Ain't that right, Fabian? All right, guys, thank you so much. I hope we inspired you guys and hope he energized you. And, he's been with us since day one, still kicking it, still crushing it. And so it's only going up from here. So for those of you that are struggling a little bit, know that if you stick to it, just like anything else, just like with college, if you went to school and you're wondering, is it worth staying, and you ended up graduating, you're happy about it, stick with it and it'll pay off. And I'm here for you guys. Love y'all. See you later. Peace.